It is time to make our game a little more interesting and to actually make this awesome looking turret shoot at us. But like any other game in development, there is a couple of bugs that have slipped into our game. For example, let me show you the text that we have up top here in the corner for our grenades is now scaled because of the main menu when we started scaling it up for the fix of anti-aliasing. So we need to fix that. Second, if we pick up some boxes here and have our grenades, and we have now 24 grenades, and when I throw these grenades, we do see that the number is counting down in the console window on the bottom, but it's not counting down our numbers. So we need to fix that little bug as well. And then there's a third bug, but that I'll show you when we fix the other ones. So first of all, let's look at our GUI, and you can click this little button in the scene view to show the GUI in the scene view so you don't have to switch to the game view all the time. And let me turn the lights off just for a second for easy viewing. Okay, we have this number 25 here, which is using the Gunplay True Type font. So if we duplicate this, edit, duplicate, and let's rename this to the smaller version. We can use that in our count. So here's our count. Our font is now set to Gunplay. Let's drag our Gunplay small on top of it, and then inside of our font we'll change it back to a number of around 20, and as you can see, that fixes our problem. However, when we choose to run the other scene, let me save this scene first and go back to our main menu, it will still work as expected. And we have both of these fixed now. Now you'll find that in your game you'll have to duplicate fonts a couple of times to use them for specific purposes. Okay, next let's go back to our level scene and open up the script that is used for our grenade. So as you can see, our destroy is working, and our throwing is working, but we're not subtracting anything yet. Now the subtracting happens in our shoot script, so let's open this up. But we already have some other subtracting going on that we can copy and paste from, for example, the collision script. So let's copy this line right here. Go to our shoot script, and as soon as it shoots, the ammo is already being subtracted. Now we need to do the same for the heads up display, and do note that we are in a different file accessing a static variable, so we need to add the collisions dot right here to make this work, as discussed in previous videos. So now when I play my game, that should be solved as well when I'm picking up the crates. Now when I'm shooting, it actually counts down. Very nice. Our games feel a lot less buggy and complete. Now another thing that is a little error, but you might not have run into yet, is the fact that our turret is not actually looking into the Z direction. Now remember from the other videos that the Z direction is always blue, and as you can see, it is looking into the X direction, and this is of course not what we want, because now if we make our turret look at us, it will rotate this side, the Z side, so it will actually constantly look at us from the right flank. That will make defeating this turret a little easy, so we should fix that. Now the easiest way to fix that is by doing that in the 3D modeling application, so I've done that for you. The only thing you have to do is basically import the new turret. So if you open up the files that come with the VTC project files, then there will be a folder called additional turret, and you can use this one. It doesn't come with materials because it already comes with the other one. The only thing we need to do is drag it in our models folder and the turret folder under that, to be specific. So let's open that, drag it onto a turret folder, and it will import it for us. Now of course we need to also double check that we have generating colliders on and the scale factor set to 0.1. Hit the apply button, and now when we drag our turret into the scene, you can see that this turret is in fact facing the right direction. It's a little smaller than the other one, so let's turn the scale up to 2 and let's position it right. Alright, perfect. Now we need to do the same thing as with the other turret and basically get our particles from the first turret to the second one. So we can do that by opening up this tree. Basically first taking the left one. This will lose the prefab connection, that's fine. We will create a new prefab. Now let's move both of these turrets away from the wall a little bit so we can see it. Okay, this is for the left. Alright, let's move this into place. Something like that. And then for the other particle, we'll throw that on top of the right barrel. Rotate it back to 0. And put that in the same place as the other one. Now, when you're working on a game, you'll notice that there's a lot of tweaking of all the assets basically over time. Let's see if they're exactly the right position. Perfect. Now we can get rid of the other turret. And we're good to go. Let's save this script and move on.